What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Devil May Cry. Last time we fought Phantom. Today we're going to be starting off in Mission 4. Before I do anything though, I'm going to equip Ebony and Ivory, because the handguns are really good for the secret mission that's planted right here at the beginning of the mission. And this one is Phantom Babies. And our goal here is to kill 100 of these baby spiders within 30 seconds. I equipped the handguns for this because not only can you step on the spiders, which are all planted around the four corners of the room where we fought Phantom in, you can also kill them rapid fire with the handguns while you're strafing around. Makes this a cakewalk. I usually have a really hard time doing this with a shotgun, but it's a breeze with Ebony and Ivory. I imagine one of these little Phantom Babies grew up to be Phantasmagoria, one of the ones we spare. And just like that, that's another blue orb fragment, and our first completed secret mission of the game. The first one was actually back in Chapter 3. It was back in the area where we had the trial against the Sargassos. But, like I said, I'm not going to be clearing nearly all of the secret missions. I'm going to skip a lot of them. And look who's back. Phantom's chasing us down this hallway. I'm going to lead him back to the end of the hall and then try to do something, which, again, I'm pretty rusty at this. So, there's my timing. And, oh, that was just a hair too early. Alright, before I take too much damage, let me trigger and just finish him off. I'll get a chance to redeem myself later on in another encounter with Phantom. We're not nearly done with this guy yet. And come on, give me some orbs. Okay, I think that gives me enough to get level 2 Stinger, so why don't I go back to the room with the upgrade statue back here. I think that's where it was. We could have just skipped doing Phantom by going and popping into a room and he would have gone away, but I kind of want to show off deflecting his projectiles home run style. Didn't do too great of a job of that. Again, I am a little bit rusty. Need to get my timing down. I actually forgot there was a secret mission in here, and I'm shocked that I actually completed it because I've never done this one before. I've never successfully completed this before. I always get to like 85 or so before time runs out. Yeah, Alistair, Stinger level 2. Alright, cool. So that will increase not only the distance, but I believe it also ups the damage. And that second secret mission clear gives us another completed blue orb. Rad. Wasn't expecting to actually do that one. Like I said, I forgot it was there. Might as well grab some red orbs from these marionettes while they're here. That wasn't worth it at all. They dropped nothing. Anyway, we'll come back to the fountain room with the lion statue that was blocked off by that energy wall, since we now have the Pride of the Lion from the end of the last mission. And we'll destroy the statue to trigger a cutscene. Yeah. This enemy is our first fairly tough enemy of the game. It's called a Shadow. Yeah, we'll spend the first portion of that fight just shooting him with a shotgun and avoiding it. And with its core exposed, Devil Trigger and level 2 Stinger into it a couple times, that should make this a one-cycle fight. It turns bright red when it's right on death's doorstep. And it continuously chases you down real aggressively at that point. It tries to trap you in its maw and explode on you. That Shadow fight went really, really well. I normally have a lot more difficulty with them. Just helm splitter down to the bottom level. Trigger this dial, and the elevator will take us up to our next item. You can already see there's a really cool looking sword. This thing is called Death Sentence. Unfortunately, we won't get to use it because it's just a key item. waste of an awesome looking sword design. I'll take them out real quick. God, it feels really good to juggle with a shotgun like that. And here's where we're going to be using the death sentence key.
This stinking hole was the last place I thought I'd find anyone with some guts.
What a badass! Comes in, beckons you outside for an honorable duel. Ah, fuck yes. Nelo Angelo is who we were just introduced to, our rival character for this game. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Oh, he started off taunting. Shit, I could capitalize on that a little bit better. Ooh, I got a nice little parry in on that attack. Parried it with the Helmbreaker. It's real nice, actually. This is my... these boss fights against our rival character, Nelo Angelo, are my favorite in the game. And when you double trigger against him, you can actually break his guard. Oops, I thought I triggered his next phase. Yeah, I got him right out of midair. Ooh, caught me that time. There we go. When you get him down to about 2/3 of his health, he pops on over to the broken rampart up there. He tries to take a cheap shot at you. It's the only thing I don't like. Like the rest of his whole character motif is like an honorable equal to Dante. Like he's the quintessential rival battle character. He's you but better. Just break his guard a little bit with Devil Trigger. Got one rune left over. Oh, god damn it, this fight's so good. Like all of the fights against Nelo Angelo, he's gonna be a recurring boss. Like most Platinum, or most Kamiya rival characters, since this was technically not Platinum, but, you know, still Kamiya, still the Platinum folks. You fight him 3 times, and he has essentially your moveset, but he's just a little bit better than you. A little bit stronger, a little bit faster, a little bit more damaging. That does it for Mission 4. He freaked out a little bit when he saw that pendant around Dante's neck. Learn more about that later. The rival battle characters, the fights are always so good because it's always like a reflection of your character. character about your size with a really good varied moveset. Speedy, oh, it's all so good. Jetstream Sam, Virgil, Jean, the Lumen Sage, yeah. And we'll start off the chapter with this shadow fight's already not going as well as the first one right off the bat. That timer has to do with the melancholy soul that you saw at the beginning of the mission. It's the one that we picked up at, towards the end of mission 4. The melancholy soul will eventually run out of steam, and if it does so, you have to refill it. Oh, grab me. And explode on me. Shit. That shadow wasn't as clean as the first one. You have to recharge the melancholy soul on the little dais by the shrine that we hit a couple of times to move out of the way to open that hatch in the floor. Unless you're really, really dicking around or really struggling hard with the shadow, there's no chance that you're going to run out of time. This is an incredibly short mission. And over here, we pick up an untouchable. Yellow lollipop gives you invincibility. If I had air hike here, I would be able to get up to the blue orb back there. But alas, I'll be getting air hike probably a mission or two from now. And this is where you use the melancholy soul. No, I'm sorry. That's for something later. That's where you put the guiding light. The melancholy soul we use further down at the bottom of this room again, where we triggered an elevator before. This time, we put the melancholy soul in, and that opens the doorway. And that's the end of the mission already. A minute 40. Minute 46, rather. Really, really quick and dirty mission. I guess that timer is... I mean, it's 3 minutes. I guess it's in case you have a really hard time with the shadow. It's real lenient, that one. And right at the beginning of this mission, if you come back here and just jump up, there's a really stupidly well-hidden blue orb back there. I remember this room. We're going to be introduced to a few new enemies. Well, one new enemy type. Just momentarily. A horde of shitty bugs who just melt under the shotgun. I think the actual name for these enemies is the Beelzebub. They're just shitty, tiny, visible Novistadors. They're Vistadors, is what they are. They vomit at you, they have the colored variants like the gems from the Novistadors. They're fucking Novistadors, man. You can't ask me to play this and not see all of the RE4 connections everywhere. It started off as RE4. You even first encounter them in a sewer level. Also, I'm gonna have to point this out when we go back to the main hall, but I'm pretty sure they lifted the main hall music directly from RE4's merchant area music. Or vice versa, I'm not exactly sure how that works. And then Dante's just a white-haired Leon. Yeah, those connections are there. Oh, right, I didn't pick up Vortex or Air Raid yet. I was trying to Air Raid into the red orb fountain here. Instead, I'm just gonna have to settle for attacking it. I didn't use that fountain as efficiently as I could have. Ah, right, I forgot to pick one of those up. I'm saving up for Air Hike, though. Air Hike does have some pretty practical combat applications. Alright, here's where we use our rusty key. And then from here, we just have a mini-boss to finish out the mission. So again, another pretty short one. This mini-boss, though, is pretty troublesome. And when you're full up on health, if you pick up a green orb, it actually gives you a couple of red orbs instead. So we have the introduction of a really tough enemy called the Death Scissor, the much stronger cousin of the Sin Scissor from earlier. And we're trapped in a cage, so our mobility is limited, and that attack is what makes him so fucking hard to dodge. So I'm going to keep up with the same strategy of just jumping, spamming Helm Splitter. Oh, he's using it again. This is real bad. I managed to do the first dive bomb attack perfectly. Not again, though. Yeesh. The Death Scissor is such a pain in the ass to fight here. The ones later on aren't as bad. This first fight with him, though, can be a real struggle. And I'm not hitting him. There we go. Whew. That was a lot closer than I would have liked it to be. And that item is the Guiding Light, which is what we came down into the sewer spore. That ends... what was that? Mission 7? We're burning through them. Most of the missions are not terribly long. I think some of the longer ones are like maybe 10 or 15 minutes at most. Okay, that was mission 6. Mission 7, Key of Ardor. So while we have the Guiding Soul in our inventory, it's rapidly draining our health. Or, yeah, not really rapidly. Slowly chipping away at it. That's why they give you the green orb rooms, though. That and the fact that we're getting chased once again by Phantom, who I'm going to bait back a little bit. Oh, wait, we're right at the door. Let me get the camera changed, and we'll try to hit the home runs again. I think I got my rhythm this time. Yeah, there we go. Ah, I mistimed that a little bit. Alright, let's just finish him off now. Fuck me. There we go. Doesn't have as much health as when you fight him normally. And again, it's another optional encounter with him. We could have just left through the door. Not a big deal, though. Now we want to get the Melancholy Soul back to the room where we first saw Nelo Angelo. Nelo Angelo, by the way, that's, if you're wondering, it's a misspelling of Nero Angelo, which means Black Angel. And it has to do with the fact that the L and the R are can't talk, interchangeable when translating from Japanese. Although it's not terribly consistent in Devil May Cry. Like, Devil May Cry 4 has Nero. So I don't know why Nero from DMC4 didn't become Nello or Nilo. Oh. More tiny, shitty Novistadors. Vistadors. Because they aren't invisible. They're just Vistadors. God, what did I say they were called? Beelzebubs? Really not worth even remembering the name for, to be honest. Boy, they are super uninteresting enemies. As opposed to, like, Shadows and Death Scissors and shit. And the Guiding Soul goes right here. Rah. Guiding Light, there we go. That opens up a hidden passageway to end the mission once again. Really, really tearing through these. Alright, I'll take the S rank. And that, yeah, perfect actually. The S rank actually pops me up to 4K, which means I can now afford air hike as soon as I get through this little interlude between missions. Oh no, it's not completely lifted from RE4. Or, I mean, RE4 doesn't completely lift that music. Yeah, Devil May Cry actually released before RE4, so I guess it would be RE4 lifting that. Either way, it's not the exact same track, but it sounds really similar to the merchant area music. And you pop up here. You do something cool called stinger jumping to get extra distance on jumps. Otherwise, you see there, you can't completely make it across without air hike. And as we come out here, who will we meet again? I wonder. This is, whoa, not good. This is our showdown against Phantom. Is he gonna land that again? Nah. I believe this is our final encounter with Phantom. Pretty sure. Yeah, it is. So, god damn, a fixed camera messes me up. Again, it's my least favorite part of the game. Works well enough for Resident Evil, but for an action game like this, it's kind of a hindrance. Oh, I didn't realize he hit me with his tail. Wondered what hit me there. There we go. Been getting squashed by his jump attack a lot this fight. Gotta step it up a bit. Having a hard time getting onto his back right now. You might be noticing that I'm air hiking before doing the helm breaker. That's because you actually do extra damage with it. That's that combat application I was talking about back in the sewers. You actually get extra damage when you hit it from higher up, off the air hike.
You're right. I'm his son, Dante. Sweet dreams.
Defeated the Phantom. Incredible power.
I might be thinking of something from a later Devil May Cry game, but I'm pretty confident that this is the case for Phantom. I'm like 99% sure there's a tricky little cool instant kill you can do with him, where if you get him to jump onto that center glass part of the arena, I think it's 5 times, he will crash through it and instantly impale himself and die without you actually having to swing your sword at him. Yeah, a couple hidden caches of orbs up here. And we picked up the trident, which is our next key item. And is there anything else to do in this room? Just practicing doing the shotgun hike real quick. There's a couple of things I'm gonna have to come in and maybe grind and do a little bit of practicing, get the rust off on a couple of these more advanced tricks. Okay, the drawbridge is down, we can get out of the castle. And what's this on our good friend the skeleton? He's holding something. The fucking grenade gun! The best gun in the game. Oh, yes! Oh, it's grenade gun time. Before we can use it though, we have to end the mission. So we'll come in and put the trident into this slot. We've been in this room before. You might recognize it. We got a blue orb fragment in here in mission 1. So now we have to very quickly make it down to the lower floor before that gate lowers all the way, so we can make it out of the castle. Trigger devil trigger for the additional movement speed, and it's right out the store that we're heading. And before we leave, though, there was a blue orb down here. A blue orb fragment. And that's it for Mission 8. And that's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.